retirement ceremony. We are here today to celebrate and to lay to rest our American symbol. At this time, I'd like to ask Abraham Hebert, our SGA Vice President, and Zach Betterton, our SGA Treasurer, to come forward and lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we begin our program today, we first would like to pay respect to those who lost their lives on that fateful day 11 years ago in the tragedies of 9/11. Would you join me in a moment of silence to remember all who were affected on that tragic day? Thank you. Next on our program is our very own CVCC President, Dr. John Capps. Help me in welcoming to the podium a man who is not only a great leader, but a great mentor to all of CVCC, Dr. John Capps.
The retirement of the flag is always a somber occasion. Because today is September the 11th, it is an especially solemn occasion this afternoon. Today marks the 11th anniversary of the attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Most of you remember where you were when you first heard the news on that frightful day. It was a defining moment in U.S. history, and a defining moment for all of us as well. As we commemorate this solemn occasion, let us remember the victims of 9/11 and their loved ones, those who lost their lives and those whose lives were forever altered. The names of all those who perished that day, all 2,977, are consecrated on the American flag that the Woodman of the World will present to us in just a few minutes. Let us also remember the heroes of the days and weeks that followed September the 11th. Their sacrifice and selflessness remain an inspiration to us all, reminding us of the courage and goodness of the human heart. Of course, the struggle that began on 9/11 continues to the present day. Our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, husbands and wives continue to fight, and heroes continue to fall, now in Afghanistan. A personal and painful reminder of that truth came in my email just 2 weeks ago, when I received a forwarded note from a dear friend of mine, Marty Giudice. You see, Marty's son, Marine Lieutenant James Giudice, is currently fighting in Afghanistan, and he sent his father this email, which Marty sent to me. It is a letter from the front, if you will. It read, Corporal Daniel L. Linneberry II was fighting alongside us when he was killed today. He has a 3-month-old child and was just married 7 months ago. His unit, the 2nd Tank Battalion, had only been in the country for 2 weeks, and it was their first operation on his first deployment. His platoon sergeant's tank section was attached to my platoon, and it hit them pretty hard. This was only the 2nd day of a 10-day mission, and regardless of how hard it was for them to deal with the loss of one of their brothers, every Marine working with us out there remained focused and completed the mission. It is sad that so few hear about people like Daniel, who of their own free will come and fight a true enemy of the United States. And it is sad that so few even realize this reality. I do not share this with you to make you worry any more than you already do. I simply share it with the intent to give some insight into how important it truly is for the young Marines, sailors, soldiers, and airmen over here to know and feel like their country is behind them. I know all of you are behind me completely, and for that, I am eternally grateful. As we continue with this ceremony, let us remember Corporal Daniel Linneberry Lieutenant James Giudice, the victims and the heroes of 9/11, and the thousands upon thousands of others who have demonstrated that they revere this flag and everything it represents more than life itself. Let us remember them with the honor, respect, and reverence they deserve. May we always embody the values that they have given their lives to protect, and may we never forget the sacrifices they have made so that we can be here today, living as free citizens in the greatest country on earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Capps. We have with us today Joey Saranana, a Woodman of the World representative who has come to make a presentation to the college.
Thank you, Dr. Capps, and thank you for allowing me to be here. I just really embrace and welcome this opportunity. Woodman of the World has been around since 1890, over 100 years, and Woodman was founded with a twofold purpose mission of protecting America's families from future financial hardship and taking those same American families and getting them involved and engaging in the community. Woodman is a nonprofit life insurance society, and we do offer financial services and things of that nature. But on the nonprofit side, one of the great things we have and are privileged to do is present other nonprofits with American flags. Woodman of the World is the largest presenter of American flags in the country next to the U.S. government. Last year, Woodman presented over 100,000 American flags nationwide to other nonprofits, churches, fire departments, things of that nature. So it's in honor and remembrance of the heroes and victims of the fight against terrorism, to celebrate the enduring spirit of all Americans and Woodman proudly presents to CVCC this honor flag you see before you, inscribed with all the names of the victims that fell during the terrorist attacks of 9/11 back in 2001. All the people that passed away in the towers of New York, the Pentagon, and the flight in Pennsylvania. So if you get a chance, Woodman is proud to present this to CVC, but come by and see the names on this. It's a great flag and a great tribute to those fallen victims. And again, Woodman continues to honor the people who are currently serving in the military overseas and the local responders, first responders of Woodman, the firefighters, the paramedics, the EMTs, and the people who are always there firsthand when something happens on our own home domestic soil. So again, we proudly present this flag to CVCC.
Thank you, Mr. Saranana. According to the flag code, a flag, when it is in such condition that it is no longer a fitting emblem of display, should be destroyed in a dignified manner, preferably by burning. We come today to lay to rest Old Glory. I will ask Linda Adams, Student Activities Coordinator, to come to the podium to begin our program.
I am your flag. I appear in many places. I have taken on many forms and been called by many names. I was authorized by Congress in 1818 in the form that you see now, and have remained unchanged except to add a new star each July 4th after a new state joined the Union, until I've reached the present number of 50. I am more than just red, white, and blue. I'm not a cloth just shaped in a design. I am your silent sentinel of freedom. People of every country in the world know me on sight. Many countries love me as you do. Other countries look at me with contempt because of what I represent. But most every country looks on me with respect. I am strong, and the people of America have made me strong. My strength comes from your willingness to give help to those who are in need. You strive for the world peace and yet stand ready to fight oppression. You offer a home to anyone who will pledge the allegiance to me. Your sons and your daughters gather beneath me to offer their lives on the battlefields to preserve the liberty that I represent. And when terrorists strike, like that tragic day 11 years ago, you find strength and resilience. That's why I love America, people. That's why I fly so proudly for you. Now, I am tired. It's time for me to rest in the sacred flames of your fire. My colors are faded, my cloth is tattered, but my spirit remains unbroken. To set me free, I have been cut into tiny pieces. For each of you to hold, take a piece of me, feel me, embrace me, love me, hold me. For it is not merely a piece of material, I am your flag. As you do this, think of the 13 original colonies and the pioneers who carved out a nation out of wilderness. They and our greatest generations risk everything to fight for the independence which we all enjoy. I'd like Abe and Zach to please bring the field of blue to the fire. My stars are still united and have not been divided because we are a united country. My field of blue will be placed on the fire first as to pave the way. Each of you have a piece of me. I would invite you now to bring your piece of the flag to the fire. It's okay for you to tell me goodbye or say a silent prayer for those soldiers who have died or to say a blessing of peace for those who serve. Would you file by and place your piece upon the fire now? As you watch me burn, do not be sad or feel sorry for me. For I've had a grand honor of being your flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which I stand, one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Now, I am just a memory. But if there was a tear in your eye, or a lump in your throat, if you feel a shiver in your spine as you watched me burn, then I'll be back. Next time you need me, and my colors will be fresh and bright, and my edges won't be ragged anymore. When I climb to the top of that flagpole, I'll wave at you and remember the love and the respect that you showed me here today. And now, honored veterans and guests, I ask that you leave the friendship circle quietly, out of respect for this ceremony and our flag. Thank you for coming today.